Welcome back to Second Run Gaming. I'm Austin. We're here with massive Chalice, and we just got attacked. Either way, we are going to be protecting our marches over here so they don't get more cadence spreading to them. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got Tara and Chris, but we are out as far as our other Vanguard members. Though I think we got some relics chilling around. So yeah, we got Syl, who's got the Hand of Fate. Ooh, nice gold. We've got Voyevoda, crazy name. She's got the Idol, which is that nice nail one. And then Tara actually has 2 relics, which I've never had happen before. We're sticking with the one we've been using, since that's the one that's just the highest leveled up. I don't believe we can swap inventory, where I would try and get another Caberjack in there right now. But for right now, we're just gonna stick on having our Foxfyres in there. Since Chris is older, he's probably gonna be able to pass his relic on in another battle or two. So we're gonna see if we can't identify one of these younger guys to throw in there. So Andrew's sickly and asthmatic, not great. Sushing's bountiful, so we might keep them. Seek, strong-willed. Puny, so not great on the strength aspect. Wily though, which is good evasion against melee, which is not too bad. We could throw Paul in there. I think we gotta throw one of these though, to be honest. And I don't like Andrew's options, so we're gonna throw Seek in there. Alright, we're facing Lapses and Twitchers. We haven't faced Twitchers in this playthrough before. They're the ones that will teleport your units to where they're standing. It's not great, and they hit really hard. So hopefully we can get out of this one unscathed.
One of your heroes looks a little queasy. Maybe tell them it'd be best not to eat right before a jump.
And now there's a turkey leg floating in our bowl.
Wait.
I think this is the quickest we've gone from battle to battle, because we fought our last battle at year 100, and right now it's only year 108. Usually there's at least a decade in between each battle, but not this time. This is kind of a weird placement too. I'm going to try and stealth seek over here, and stealth seek just a little bit further. Chris, same deal, and you know, it's tempting to have them split, you know, to go to both sides, but we've had that not go over well in the past, so I'm just gonna have them all move together. Everybody except for our Castellans have that shadow ability. Oh, and of course our Castellan is the one that's gonna reveal.
Twitchers may look
Move
like
Syl back here.
jittery bruisers, and they are. But they also have a knack of upending well-laid plans by swapping positions with one of your heroes.
Not to mention the biggest haymaker since Lillian Knuckles Stokes. 1 second, you're watching the big guy twitch, and the next, you've been knocked 10 feet back with a serious bruise and wondering how you got there.
Okay, well there's not really a lot of places to stealth, so we're gonna kinda have to get out there. Twitcher can't quite see us yet. It looks like, definitely from there though. Might be bad to already aggro him up, but there's not really much else we can do anyway. See if I can't knock him back though. I don't really know what to do here other than to move our guys up. At least a little bit. Hey, the Twitcher stayed there, which is good, that works. And we're all still... We have actually the good opportunity now where we can run up in stealth. So I'm going to use that to our advantage. Again, that means that our Castellan is really just going to kind of be in the background, at least for right now. But that's okay. Especially starting out. I mean, you've seen these battles, they really throw a ton of enemies at you, so if for the first few Castellans in the background, I'm not tripping. Okay, we've definitely got to come out of hiding sooner rather than later. Now, lapse, there's really not much we can do for that. So I'm going to see if Seek can't just move up. Probably should have obscured him, to be honest. And Chris up here too. Just going to focus on this Twitcher first. Yikes. See if Voyeveda can get up there. She can. 16 to 22. We'll give it a shot. Yikes. It's just up to reaaaallly. And I'm going to actually have reaaaallly do that knockback. Hopefully just stun this guy for now. The lapses are not great because they take experience, but in general, it seems like they don't hit as hard as the other enemies. So I'm hoping that reaaaallly can just take the brunt of that and be okay. Yeah, overall, that was not too bad. Move Chris up just because we need to get our vanguard a little bit closer to these other enemies too. 19 to 22. I'm going to try for that. Oh, so close to getting a full takeout. Let me see here. Come up here, Zeke can hopefully take out that lapse. Nice. And it's tough because we could have Syl throw a flask to take out this Twitcher. Why don't we have Syl just give it a shot with the slash instead? Well, you win some, you lose some. Have Voyeveda finish this off maybe, but I'm actually going to have Tara do it first. Voyeveda still had that knockback, so if we did miss, I was just keeping that around as a contingency. It's all good, though, so she's good to take out this lapse here. Or not. See if what Seek can't see from over here. 16 to 19, 16 to 19. Try and maybe clear out so that that lapse isn't going to hurt our other peeps. And get Tara up here to take out this one. Nice. I'm going to move Voyeveda back here just to be obscured. She still has a movement, so if we need to use her to hurt that lapse, we can. But I'm going to try it and see if C can get that experience. Nice. From there, we can actually have Chris come up and stealth. Should have maybe had him heal. Voyeveda can move forward under stealth as well, just so we can get a better lay of the land. And then we can move Syl up here and just have them obscured. Alright, from here, I'm going to move Zeke up. I'm just going to try and stealth everybody again and get them to be relatively chill. I'm going to have Syl go ahead. Actually, no. So far, we haven't been getting hurt too much, so I'm going to keep Chris at that 9. It's a risk, but I think if they get hit by a lapse one more time, then using a health pack might be more beneficial, as opposed to just using it, you know, early like this. And move Voyeveda just here for now. It's tempting to move him up farther, but I don't want to accidentally get revealed somehow. We know it's pretty clear, so I'm going to move Syl up into this brush. And we're still going to just keep trucking forward in this stealthy manner that we've been doing, because it's working for us so far. Okay. Tara Lee just got a nickname, Unbreakable. That's awesome. No sign of any enemies yet. Kind of scary. We've only taken out one Twitcher so far, and like I want to say maybe 3 lapses, which isn't too bad, but there's definitely more enemies out here. There we go. Okay, so we know they're over there. See if Tara can't just move just like that and remain still, since we haven't been revealed quite yet. Chris can't quite get up there from where they're at. Boy, Aveda can though. Have Chris just come over here and be obscured. Moves them at least a little bit closer. Gives Seek an opportunity to get up here as well. Laps move forward. That might be enough for us to do something with. But also might not be. I don't think the lapses can see us back here still. So that kind of gives us the ability to move a little bit forward. I'm going to have them all stay there just for at least one more turn. Hopefully those lapses can't take any cheap shots at our hunters. Alright, we're going to try and start moving these guys up a little bit. It might be a risk, but we got to get close enough with our Caber Jacks to actually feasibly do some damage before we aggro them, ideally. I'm going to have them both just kind of surround these lapses so that when we do run in there, we can just get them in one fell swoop. And then that should free up this tree for our hunters to stealth behind. Their movement isn't as good. We'll have them stay there. Syl's going to just keep it in the background just so that we don't aggro the lapses. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's a good situation to be in because we can actually have Syl then come forward and start this off. 68% chance on that. Gonna have Syl just come up here. That way they are revealed. See what our percentage is, 54 versus 68. I'm gonna give it a shot. Just 3. Yikes. And that revealed another one. Damn. Okay. Chris can shoot from here, which is pretty good, so I'm going to do that. Oh, that was probably the worst case scenario. I didn't think that that explosion was going to be that far reaching. Well, Seek is going to come out and at least take one shot. And we're going to get lit up by these lapses. Since they're stunned, their defenses are down too, which sucks. Note to self, the lapse explosions are rather large. Okay, gonna move Seek right here, just because I'm gonna try and give them a taste of their own medicine and knock them into each other. Stun them both. Nice. That way we're not at the mercy of that whole thing again. Unfortunately, we can't really do that for these guys up here, so I'm just going to try and take this one out. Nice. Got a level up, too, for Charles. now our vanguard's back in action. Tara Lee lost an insane amount of experience, so I'm gonna have her try and recuperate some of that. Chris is gonna come up here, basically do the same thing that Seek did.
Just like the Battle of Saturn's
So we just don't have to worry about those two. And then Tara Lee will run up here and hopefully get her experience back at least a little bit. Nice. We know there's a lapse to the left of us that we just saw. Have Seek just hopefully finish this guy off. Nice. Level for that too. And I'm gonna have Boy Veda begin to move forward, maybe. Stealth for sure, but at least we can get a lay of the land. There's a lapse over there, and then there was maybe another lapse that we saw in that general area too, so that's definitely where our next batch of enemies are gonna be. I'd still come over here and just stay put. Got one lapse at the very least over there. I'm gonna have Boy Veda just stealth in here. See if there's anybody else around. This is where we kind of started, so it's good to know. Have Tara Lee just run over here. It might just be that there's this one lapse hiding around, which is fine if that's the case. I just want to take him out quickly. No, there are two. Okay. Boy Veda just come a little bit closer. Still, unfortunately, might be in trouble. At least one enemies wise, but they missed. Still does a lot of damage, so we'll try and just slash at it. And then really, that's the damage is really, it's those relics. They're very helpful. And we'll have Tara Lee take this one out. Nice. Hey, that was it. There was only one Twitcher.
Go on.
Well, now I don't want to.
Oh, please.
Good job today.
Alright. Got rebound for Tara Lee, who also got a nickname. She's already got a relic, but it's always nice when that happens. Seek did well for his first battle. I'm excited for him moving forward. I'm pretty sure he'll get a nickname by the time that he's up in Chris's age range. So we've got 3 relics in play, and I think we're well on our way to finally getting some Foxfyre relics in there too. Alright, moving on. 4 more years till that Sage Rights Guild.
Did you see the training courses this one had set up? With the hot coal wall and the whaling ram.
Now, I'm not sure whether I should be surprised by this passing or not.
Trisha, our Crucible, has passed away. We've got to pick a new standard. Now, similarly, Chris gives us a bunch of experience, but Reveler is not what I want. Reckless is also bad. Cocky is also bad. Young at heart and alert. Those are great. And we're not using Paul for anything, so I'm going to throw Paul in here. He gives a little bit more experience too than some of the last couple standards we've had, so that'll be helpful. Sage Rights Guild has been complete. Sorry for losing it the last time. Definitely throwing Ilva in there now, just since they're significantly over. They have amazing stats. But we're not going to use them for anything. And they have amazing intuition, so that'll really help us as far as research goes. Israfel. We're not going to use Israfel for anything. The worst personality I've seen in quite a while, plus heart disease. perfect for the Sage Rights Guild, though. Let's see who Pax is at. Low fertility, same deal. Throw him in there. Alright, we've got our 3 Sage Rights. Our research is going to be significantly quicker, and we are pretty much right on the money and out of time. We've got to get better weapons and better armor. It's a question, since we have relics as most of our stuff, I'm curious about what this is. With the elite caber training, a caber becomes not just a caber but an extension of the self. You're a log of pain, and a log of pain is you. Police research reduces the cost of additional elite training. I don't know if that really is going to help the relics as much as getting that better armor is going to, so we're going to focus on that. The caberjacks have actually been our main driving force, so I'm going to start with them instead of the hunters, especially since they often are the front lines as well. Probably got one more battle, maybe 2, before that is researched, but we'll get there.
As long as the seat is open, morning will have to wait.
Alright, Drogon Foxfyre has passed away. We've got to pick a new regent. Let's check our fertility rates. Brian, Iris, Sushing, and Zatius are all high fertility. Zatius is all the way up at 56 though. Sushing is sickly and optimistic, which I don't love. Iris is strong-willed, which is nice, but pessimistic, which is also actually nice, and Avenger. Sickly, though. Brian, quick study and strong-willed. 100%. Brian all the way. He's going to be in there for a long time since he's so young, too. Let's look at Jenny Harcourt. Heart disease, which isn't great. Could be passed on, too. White Damp. Caradwin. Not great. Wow, we really don't have a lot of choices here. If we throw Iris in there instead, our partners, same deal, we don't have too much to choose from. So it's going to be Brian. And I think it's going to be Caradwin. Decreased strength and max HP is not good, but it's better than the other things that people have, which is primarily slow. And we keep that Enforcer class going, which is good. Let's take stock of who we've got in here. The Zelikars have 2 in there. We got to pay attention to how many we've got going. The Foxfyres are pretty decent. And the Castillons are back in the game too. Lyrie has died. Gotta pick a new partner here. That might help revitalize things. We can take Iris Foxfyre, who we didn't use. That might be nice. Or Su Xing, but she's sickly and optimistic. I think since we just did pick a new one, this will be a nice trade-off. We'll throw Iris in there. That way the Zelikars and the Foxfyres are kind of helping each other's ranks get bolstered, instead of just the Foxfyres taking from them.
We can't decide on what the right move is here.
So, we require a third party.
Okay, the heirloom. A lost piece of the chalice has been discovered. Andrew Foxfyre recently learned that it's in possession of a distant aunt in the Cinderlands, but she refuses to part with it because it's the only thing she has left of her family to remember her by. However, she respects you a great deal, so when Andrew asked her to come to the capital today with the piece, she did so. What do? You could talk her into giving it to us. Have Andrew take it away. Saving the nation is more important than the whims of one person. Could wait her out, we'll get the piece when she dies. Or, we can try and recruit her. I did the last option last time, so I want to pick something different. We can talk her into giving it to us, and that might get us a relic. Or we can wait her out and just see what happens when she passes away. I'm definitely not going to do that one, that's for damn sure. But this one might end up being bad. We might be sad. This might take a long time, though. I'm going to see what happens if we talk to her about it. Fuck. Public speaking. You start off well enough with a frank discussion on the nation's situation, but as time goes on, your words become less focused and awkward, pauses more frequent. A haze of incredulity fills the throne room, and by the end, everyone is speechless at the sheer bizarreness of your talk. After the aunt shows herself out, you get a distinct impression that your words may have done more harm than good. All of your heroes have lost XP. Well, that sucks. death sounds going on. And a battle.
She needs our help.
Take those pawns out fast enough, and they won't need to cancel dinner.
Yikes, so our keep has been attacked, and this is the second time that our keep has been attacked too. Either way, ruptures, seeds, and twitchers are what we face. Our vanguard is the same, which is good. I'm feeling really good about this vanguard. Now that I've said that, I'm terrified, but fingers crossed everything goes well. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, we've got the refined armor in there instead of the caberjack armor. Everybody's got their refined armors going on. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's do it.
Good. Now send someone ahead to scout enemy positions, and then we shall flank through.
Hey!
What? Oh, sorry. Old habits.
Okay, so immediately there's a bunch of ruptures and a bunch of ruptures. We've got Carradine and Brian. Aww. And then everybody else is all the way over here. It's a straight shot to him with ruptures in the way. But there's not much else we can really do. I'm definitely going to stealth them, just because our guys don't really have the charge ability since they can stealth instead. And we'll just, you know, get as close to him as we can. Hopefully we can get there fast enough. Syl doesn't have the luxury of being stealth, but we're going to move Syl when everybody else does too, because, you know, the nature of these ones is a little bit harsher as far as trying to protect everything. I can't really rush these guys forward this time, but I can at least move Brian back a little and still have him try and hit these guys. Have him knock back and miss. Wonderful. Carradine, same thing. I'm just going to move Carradine back a little bit. There's a lot of ruptures, and they're going to be coming to us, which is going to be terrifying. So we're going to try and see if we just can't wait them out. I'm going to move Carradine back just one more. This is going to get messy, potentially. Our guys, really, what we're risking is they might just get blown up. It's ruptures and seeds, and then I don't know what that last, I forget what the last class was. It might be twitchers, it could be lapses, I don't remember. Either way, it's looking like our immediate force is just going to be hitting ruptures and seeds, and a shit ton of them at that. Yeah, yep, twitchers. We're still a ways away, so all we can do is keep moving forward. And same deal though, Syl will be our red herring that's going to alert enemies of the presence. They just won't see the other ones there. I don't really know what to do with this. We can try and sprint out. It's kind of our only option in a lot of ways. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have Brian just try and corral them. Well, that guy's going to blow up in Brian's face too, for sure. Let's see if Carradine can't. There's really not much we can do. So, yeah, we're just going to be running. Oh, there's so many of them. It's just a question of if they're going to survive the rupture explosions long enough to use their health vials. The ruptures are going to, you know, do the damage themselves. They'll blow up on their own. Wow. Sprinting was the right move. I think we would have been just blown to bits if we hadn't. But they're too close now for sprinting to probably work next time. But they are all kind of bunched up, which could be really good. That did an insane amount of damage. That's very frustrating. Oh no. Well, Brian may be dead. Or alive. That teleportation might have been nice for Brian and just terrible for Carradine. Unfortunately, it's still a cooldown for Brian, so I'm going to move Brian over here. There's a rupture right fucking there, which really sucks. We're going to try and take him out now. Maybe? Ooh. I'm gonna heal. We're gonna see if we can't see him from here. We can't. But we're getting close. Brian's over there, so we're gonna shift over and try and just reconnect with him in this section, and we're gonna hope that Caradwin doesn't die. There's not really too much we can do. This is a very, very interesting keep defense that we've got going on. Again, the scariest thing about the keep defense is that if we lose it, we lose the keep, which is devastating. So we really cannot afford to do it. I'm going to try and knock this Twitcher back into these ruptures. Worst time for that to happen, bud. Worst time. Yeah, see, Brian would have died if we didn't use that health vial right then and there. And yeah, I don't know if Caradwin's gonna make it though, unfortunately. It's gonna be dependent on this Twitcher a little bit, but also how much damage these explosions do. I want to protect our bloodline. The main thing though is coming out of this with killing all the enemies. And Brian I really like as our regent. I want him in there for a long time, so I mean I want Caradwin too. It's gonna suck to lose either of them. Oh yeah, there's no way that Caradwin's gonna survive now. Yikes.
That wasn't even... Ugh.
And Brian's just hanging on. Borrowed time for sure. But fear not, our peeps are here. They're ready to help. We got Chris. We'll move Chris in first. He's drunk. Nice. See if I can't at least just stun these guys. No, dude, you can't be missing right now. Hopefully they're both stunned. Cool. So that's some of it. Brian can move here. And Brian could move a little bit further, and that might be far enough to save him. So I am going to move him up here. I want to save him if I can. We're going to have Tara Lee go up as far as she can. And Voyaveda will do the same, but heal Brian in the process. And now our main goal is just to protect Brian and save the realm. I think the ruptures that are close enough to cause any damage are currently stunned. Hopefully that is true. Cadwin died a heroic death, took a lot of ruptures with her, which was good. But now it's just going to be a shit show. Syl are going to move up front. A knockback flask will be nice and hit all of these, hopefully. That was great. We're gonna have Tara Lee come forward with this. Maybe? Kinda depends. C could hit him too. We'll try that. Nice.
Send them back to that sludge from whence they came.
And Chris will try getting this guy. Nice. This whole room is just acid. Definitely won't want to be fighting in there. Move Brian back just a little bit. But if he can't take out this seed, I'd like it if he could. Nice. That Twitcher ended up saving Brian's life, weirdly enough. Voyaveda, I'm I'm gonna have her move a little forward, but stealth. And I've actually changed my mind. She'll move back one. I don't want them fighting in this room if they don't have to. We'll keep Tarly here, but same deal. We'll stealth her. So I don't know where the enemies are going to be coming from now, because Cadwin's dead, so they've obviously been moving around. They might just keep funneling into this room, which isn't terrible. Try and have Seek take this seat out. Nice. We're going to try and move out of this room if we can, though, just because of the sheer amount of acid that's in there. I don't really want us fighting in the room full of acid. I feel like that's just a recipe for bad times. Have Brian just hang out there, and we may actually end up doing something more along the lines of baiting them in here. Since they're going to be seeking us out, this is our keep to protect. We might get lucky in the way that they're going to be a little bit more aggressive on finding us. In that case, I'm just going to try and stealth everybody except for Syl, who's going to end up, you know, I don't know how Syl's going to feel about that, but have these guys kind of on the lookout, at least for right now. Let that sit for a couple turns. Gonna get Seek to do the same thing. Move Syl a little bit more into the open. And yeah, just have everybody wait and see, at least for a turn or two. Yeah, and this way now we can bring Chris out of hiding. Though I want Seek to get this kill, actually, if possible. Nice. And we'll put Chris back into hiding. Just since an enemy did show up, I'm going to have everybody chill again, because I'm going to try and farm this for as many enemies as possible. It might just be that one rupture, but we'll give it another turn just to see. Okay, well, there's definitely a Twitcher out there. There's a lot of enemies too. I don't know how it's going to shake out, but either way, so far we lost our Regent's partner, but we did save Brian, our Regent, and hopefully we can save the keep in general. Thanks for watching. See you next time.